I'm not mean. Oh yeah, now Molly.
Okay, yeah. So Mr. Malcolm is here.
Mm,
Yesterday was basically about, I think what I learned from yesterday, the most important thing is that not all jobs are yours.
yeah.
I think that's the first thing I got from yesterday. And I
Yeah.
also heard that um to rent something, so if I'm renting this, for example, this costs not only the cost of this, I'm going to pay for VAT, I'm going to pay for logistics, I'm going to pay for labor, and there was one more thing. So things in events, when you're renting out something, don't think because it's 1 naira, you know, it has other things. So when you're renting something, know that it's probably 1 naira plus 5 naira. I think that's what I learned. Another thing I think I learned yesterday was it's okay to be expensive, really, as long as you know that you are giving quality events, quality service. It's okay to be expensive. I think those are my major things I learned from yesterday that I
Okay.
can remember.
Okay. So today is series 7, and today we'll be talking to our production experts, multimedia people. Let me. Uh,
Hello, Larry Spice. How are you?
okay.
How's it going, buddy?
Yay, BME is here. Okay.
Yeah, good evening.
BME, we caught you today. We caught you today. BME is always hiding. We,
Okay, good evening.
they will
Good
see your
evening.
face today.
Okay, so this is my face.
Yes, this is your place. Oh, yeah, introduce me for those who don't know.
For those who don't know, so Ibiemi is the face of Ibiemi Abayomi, the brand. Also, I guess should I say half of Innovate Media? I don't know how you brothers do it, but I know that both of you are Innovate Media, but people like to call you Ibiemi Abayomi. So all those lights and LED screens and stuff you see on all your celebrity events, that's the guy.
Do I actually need my glasses for this meeting? I don't think so. I should be able to see this.
Okay, let me start off because I heard you want to start. So is
It's
that your
actually
full
it's
name? Is that your
actually
full
it's
name? Is that your first name
actually
and your last name?
Shola that wants to
I
run
think
fast.
so, yes.
He has I think another appointment, but somehow I'm not able. But go on with the BME.
Is it very still there? I can't see him. Is he still there? I
He's
can't see him.
frozen. This network again today.
Okay, I think okay.
Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay, so I think I'm just gonna ask the very first basic question. What exactly is the effect of lights? What is the function of lights?
Like, do we need lights at events?
No, we'll get to that one. What is the
Okay.
function of lights?
From the word itself, light is to illuminate your the event itself, the decor, the ambience, the aesthetics. It's more like baking a cake for a wedding without putting icing on the cake.
So it's
So
like
it's
icing on the
the
cake.
more like the interior of the house, interior design of the house, like the lighting. So it's like building massive structure without painting or branding it. So it
Okay.
gives you it opens a kind it's a makeover for any.
I don't know what's going on today.
Okay, I can hear you. You said
Okay,
it's a
so
makeover.
yeah, it's more like a makeover for events. It more like what's the English now? It beautifies, like it is what gives ambience and color to your event. So it takes it's like polishing a jewelry. You could have a gold store in your house for like 20 years and it look rusty, it looks like it does not have value or diamond. So when you polish it, that shining effect is what the light does to your production. And that's basically for wedding. But when it comes to concerts, it's more like the art and the soul of concerts because it gives rhythm, it's aesthetics, it gives beats to whatever you are producing when it comes to probably musical concerts, award, especially when you are getting towards the corporate part. It's more than makeover, it's really the art or the business itself. It's more like it's the uh audible tone of your probably production because imagine going for like a Davido's concert without lights. You won't really talk about lights when you do go to Davido's concert or any major concert. But imagine doing such concert without any form of light. Even Crusade, everywhere looks everywhere looks bored. Like
Like
there's
NEPA
no life in
2
it. So it gives life to your event when it comes to things like that. You can do wedding without lights, to be honest, but it's going to be bored. But you really cannot do major production, exhibition, concert, even a major church program without lighting. So it will be as good as dead. So to bring life to your event, you introduce light. So that's like the essence of light. So for such is a live giver when it comes to such aspects. But for wedding, it's more of makeover for your events. I don't know if that explains it.
Yes, it does. It does. It does. In a very well. Aesthetics, it makes it beautiful. It's like the icing on the cake. Um, do you believe all events? I know you. Let's go to weddings and birthdays now. Do you think all events really need lights?
100% yes. As long as you are gathering more than 10 people, yeah. What is what doing at all is what doing well. If you're going out for any production, no matter how light, you put foundation on your face. It might not be gang, but you still need to look good.
Yeah, but the problem I think I have.
So it's not how much light do we need for each event? Does
You know
every event
why?
require?
You know why I kind of disagree with you. So I will use Muson Center for example. I think sometimes in Muson Center there are there are some colors. For example, maybe everything is white. You know, and just using that normal white fluorescent fine. But sometimes I feel that sometimes when we add mood lights, it just changes it and just kills the vibe. So I don't know if there are different mood lights that have to do with different vibes. Do you get what I mean?
That's why we call it ambience and mood light. If you give the wrong ambience for a particular event, you probably get what's it called, a negative effect for your event. So there's some makeup when you wear it, some people look more ugly. Yeah, when you wear some makeup, when you wear red, you wear blue, you have you have multi face. So sometimes small or little is class. So most of the time we try to overdo ambience, thinking by the time we bring 100, it will show that we've done. Sometimes
Mm.
the difference might just be instead of doing 10, you are doing 10.1. That 10.1 might just be a spoiler. Like putting salt inside soup. If you have to add like 5 grams, if you put 5.5, from being sweet, it become too salty.
But to be, I mean, do you guys advise your clients that this light is too much?
Unfortunately, most clients don't come to us directly. It comes through the planner.
Might just be too
Okay.
And there's no.
Yay. Okay.
if you have
Good
to add
evening, sir.
5
Good
grams,
evening. Good
5.5.
evening.
From being sweet, it become too salty.
Okay, what's happening?
Okay, I can hear you, BME.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. I can.
So
But
most of
even
the
with the
time,
planners, should you not advise, that we
well,
don't want to
depending on
burn
your
down the
relationship
farm?
with the planner, you can advise, and um, most of the time, truth be told, when we all started, we made our mistakes.
Mm,
Our experience varies. Some people probably just started and they saw something was done in event A. They feel because, okay, it came out well, let us also replicate the same thing. So
mm,
we are now generalizing, and whether we like it or not, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. Some people are better off with contracts, some people are better with weddings, some people are better with engagements. So it's not just about advising, it's about the individual or the company doing this light also, the experience they bring on board.
mm,
What you call good lighting in Lagos might be bad in Dubai,
mm,
depending on their culture. The decoration we celebrate in Lagos, when you get to maybe Germany or Italy, they may look at this is just too much. All they need is just white flowers.
mm,
So, so it's not a straight. Even if we advise the clients, it might not just be sweet. So it's not just about the person. The person advising also needs to come in with experience. And many a times, an experienced vendor or professional, when you come and you ask me, okay, I need you to paint this house. Even if I advise you as a client, you might not understand all I'm saying. But when I'm done with the job, it gives voice to the job I've done. So when I'm advising my clients, I need this and that. Most of the time, especially a respected vendor, the client will accept. But the truth is, the person that advised will still execute the way the person advised to. So it's not just about the advice. And since almost everybody is doing it, you really cannot differentiate the difference.
sometimes we can.
What difference in the sense that those that advise and those that do not advise.
Right,
Now,
right.
the question is more like all of us are doing the same thing. We don't advise that this is too much or too small. But that's not the truth. A lot of people are doing it for the sake of the money. So there is there is no improvement in their service. And
Mm,
it's still assumed that it's all generalized person that is doing that. So for instance, the Muson she spoke about, there's absolutely no way you would use fluorescent lights and LED lights without seeing the difference, even if both of them are on white. The
mm,
difference is always there. Now, the problem now is in Musol, for instance, the light might be too short and is entering people's eyes. It might look good, but it's already defeating the purpose of the light already.
mm.
So it's not a function of, okay, how do we reposition these things and the lights?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of complication, but the fact that there won't be difference, no, I strongly disagree with that.
Okay. Ibiemi, I'm going to um, put you on hold at the moment because Mr. Shola has somewhere he has to be, so he can't stay too long. So I'm just going to ask him, share his questions with him quickly. So Mr. Shola Oyebade is here with us, and his
Good
brother,
evening.
Molara is back. So Molara,
Good evening,
go, a-
sir.
go ahead with the introduction. Yeah.
Good evening. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm very well, thank you.
Okay. I think my very first question is,
You've not introduced.
oh, you do the introduction now.
No, you do. I purposely stopped when I saw you. So go ahead.
Oh,
You know why.
I don't know why, but I would like to introduce the very, how would I put it? I think you came to Nigeria and you kind of changed the game You changed the game to event production, and you just stood out of everyone. That's what I think about when I think about you. So everyone, please join me in introducing Mr. Shola. I can't pronounce your surname well. Of Mahogany
Oyebade.
Oh,
Oyebade,
you
What
got
do you know? Are you Chinese?
whatever. Of Mahogany Event Production. Did I get it well? I hope I
Yes,
got it right.
Calling me
we will accept
Mahogany.
that.
One and only, world famous.
Actually,
I know,
what I think you should tell people what you truly do.
yes,
Actually,
that's
what you
my first
truly
question.
Well, I'm when I first came to Nigeria and I told people that I was a producer, I produce events. Nobody had an idea of what I was talking about. So I had to now go and say, okay, I'm an event planner. And they would say, so why didn't you just say you're an event planner? So I remember when I had to set up my name, I wanted just to put Mahogany Productions. But
mm,
so that people could understand what I was doing, I had to put Mahogany Production and
mm,
events.
mm,
Now, I'm the person that my team are the people that work in the shadows. We are the ones that we produce the entire event. It's like being a director of a movie. The director of the movie calls all the shots, when they're going to shoot, who's going to come out when, where they're going to stand, what they're going to say when, what are the special effects going to be, how are they going to come out, and they put the entire piece together and make it sound perfect. So it's like me being a conductor of an orchestra. I am the ones that make the violins play at the right time, the guitar will play at the right time, the percussions will play at the right time. So it creates this fantastic effect. And everybody thinks, wow. But if I get one thing wrong, it's only at that time people will notice that, oh, there's a guy standing in the middle.
mm.
The lights were supposed to come on him. They didn't come on him. That's me as a producer. That's not going to
Yeah,
be Innovate Media.
yeah.
Innovate Media would have put their lights up there. But if I didn't tell their technician or their lighting engineer to put the lights on at that particular time,
Mm.
they're going to be in darkness. So overall, I'm the equivalent of a director at events, and I make everything perfect.
So, would you say that your clients are those private clients or event planners?
Both. Everybody. Everybody's my client. And I say it like this. I mean, when I first started, and I have to be honest, um, event planners originally felt that I was competition.
Mm,
So they didn't want to work with me. But as we've continued to change the narrative, we let them understand that we're not a threat to them, that instead of them trying to do the catering, also trying to figure out where their artist is, also make sure that the invitations are handed in at the right time, and at the same time trying to make sure we close the curtains at the right time or we open it at the
yeah.
right time. We say to them, you concentrate on front of house, which is what
Mm,
you're good at, the catering, the decor, the
mm,
guest invitation, the food, the drink, and all that. Leave us to create that show and the special effects and the effigy that you need. Because
mm,
we're also very technical. You tend to find out that the things that I will say to Aboyemi are different. The way I will speak to him, he will clearly understand when I say, okay, I need your LED lights to come on at this time. I need this type of brightness. I need you to fade them out slowly. Whereas a planner might just come and say, oh yeah, give me light, give me light, give me light.
true. It's
What's
true.
the intensity of the light? Where the light's going to be? How long are they coming on for? How long are they staying on for? So now event planners have started understanding that they need people like us. And we work with a number of event planners now, whether it's becoming standard practice.
Mm,
When they
yeah.
do their billing, they also bill for production. Even private clients are understanding. We're doing a service of song next week, and it was an individual that came to me and said, oh, we've seen what you've done at other service of songs and funerals and stuff like that. We've been told that you are the people that handle production. We want to engage you. They've already got an event planner. That
Yeah.
they did that separately. So that's starting to happen. Corporates understood quicker though. Corporate organizations understood that a lot quicker. because they understand that when they spend that enormous amount of money, it's not just about food and drink, it's about putting on a show.
Yeah.
And they understand that they need people like us to put on a show.
Yeah. I remember when we did TIC last year. You came out of the hall and you were talking about the wires that they had just lying there. And when after we talked and you walked away, someone was asking me, what's it on about? And everything. I guess with my experience in corporate and health and safety and things like that, I was, trying to explain, and the person was telling me, "Yeah, just put the wires, we'll just tell them to move back." I said, "It's not just that. So I guess people need to understand that production is not just like you said, lights on, lights off, get on stage. It's a whole, you know. What would you say your biggest frustration is with the industry and the planners? Because everybody's talking about the planners.
I think it splits into two answers for that. So I think with the industry itself, the biggest issue I have with my technical guys is understanding about health and safety.
Mm,
Innovate Media, I've worked with them a lot of times, so they're one of the better types of technical. A lot of the others, you see naked wires open. They don't, I mean, you have technical people, light, sound, they will not go and get cable mats. They
mm,
don't, they feel, why should I invest in that? But it's part of your job. You understand? You see guys that are climbing troughs in bare feet, no helmets, no vest, no anything. So that's the part of it that really, really bothers me. They're starting to change now because there've been a few accidents. And when they have these accidents, they've been coming for the technical people or the people that have been in charge. So they're starting to realize that just for their own well-being, they need to change things. For my event planners, it's a struggle. It's a struggle because they will just dump things all over the place, cables, wires, curtains,
mm,
not even squeezed through. You're meant to have, I don't know, whether it's 100 tables. Event planner will put in 150.
mm,
What happens if there's a fire? Do you understand?
I
All
always
these
say
sort
that.
of
Yeah.
things are very important. Nowadays I go to an event, and if we are doing an event at a marquee, my team we bring in our own fire extinguishers.
mm,
That's how conscious we are. Our fire extinguishers are not for the entire event, but they're for backstage. So
mm,
if a wire catches fire, or you've got a fire eater, or there's some pyrotechnics, indoor fireworks, we always have the fire extinguisher nearby, ready to use it just in case anything happens. Of course, in Nigeria, everybody says, God forbid, it will never happen at my event.
mm,
However, God helps those who help themselves. So we like to also have a precaution to do that.
mm,
So event planners really have to learn so much about health and safety, and they have to learn how to say no to their clients. When
mm,
their clients say that they want to fit in 150 people into a 100 capacity room, they've got to tell the clients that
mm,
I am only going to put out 100 chairs or whatever. If you want to put out indemnity, which states that, and it's in writing, saying that I know the capacity is 100 people. However, I'm agreeing for so and so event planner to put out 150 people, and I am responsible for any issues that may occur. When you give them that letter, I can guarantee you they
mm.
will not sign it. They will never sign it,
They
and they
will-
will agree to your 100 people.
mm.
Yeah. I think
That's
you,
good.
you said, thank you. You said a lot. You said a whole lot. But I think because, like I always say, events in Nigeria is relatively new. And if we don't make an effort to standardize it, there will never be a standard. And you said some things. So I think maybe with time, you might have to come up with a code for these things so that people know. Like you mentioned now, you mentioned about climbing the truss without helmet. Like some people don't know. I think maybe with time it's something maybe you could work with the APWEM and have safety rules
I think
because people just don't know.
they know, but they just don't care because someone has.
Maybe some don't know. Some
They
don't
don't.
think that far.
I'm more inclined to say they don't care,
Yes.
because you find that also some of the technical people that do know, the owners of these technical companies, if you enforce it, it will
Yeah.
happen, but they don't enforce it either. Like if you do events for me, you will never ever see any of my staff, no matter what they're doing, wearing slippers.
Mm.
They either wear hard shoes or they wear canvas, but they will never wear slippers. They are always in trousers. You understand? So it's about, they cannot, my you cannot see my female staff carrying a handbag. It cannot
Mm-hmm.
happen. We're in
Mm-hmm.
production. We enforce it. If every single technical team from lighting, sound, screen, and so on and so forth enforce it,
Yeah.
it will happen. We don't need the government to step in to do this for us. It's about us as individuals. There's certain people, and I'm going to name them. Someone like, if you work for someone like Dr. Yemi Amuson of
Uh,
Lucia Events,
mm-hmm.
if you're a technical person and you don't have all those things, you can't work on his event. End of
Mm.
story. He will not let you work on his event. And any money that's given you, will refund that event, that money. You know, so everybody that works for him automatically knows, go and get your helmet, go and get your vest, go and get your boots, go and get your this. So it's got to be, we've got to enforce it ourselves. Is it when somebody falls off a scaffolding and breaks their neck that all of a sudden everybody goes, please, though, you
And
need
they're
to be
warning.
when.
And it happens. It
Yeah.
happens.
They're
It
warning.
happens. It happens.
Yeah.
We
So
have
we really need to
Abarimi
do
here from
better.
Innovate. Innovate needs to talk, because they are keeping quiet here. Because I don't know what you do at Innovate, but I mean, I think it's definitely something that we have to do ourselves.
Okay.
Very important.
Good evening once again. You're absolutely correct. I believe in, okay, with time, as we grow old and as we evolve in the business, realize that safety seems to be more important than the job we are doing ourselves. Because eventually, you could succeed in doing like 99 events. One of them could lead to accidents and it could be fatal. As such, fatality, the damages incurred
I'll never be.
will erode all the profit you've made in the 99.
Yeah.
And
And
brand.
thinking about it, we weren't that serious about it until some years back. Then realized that what we the money we seems to be micromanaging is
Mm.
like being penny wise, pounds foolish.
Mm.
Because eventually all these safety measures are actually not as expenses as we think they will be.
Yeah.
Because by the time you look at it in the long term, you think it's expensive and they are not perishable. So it's something you can always reuse. The shoes for your the boots is not something you wear for one event.
Mm.
You literally can step on anything when you're well kitted and you literally will just take it off the sole of your shoe. But if not, a slippers will lead you to the hospital. The cost of the treatment will buy probably two or three of those shoes. So it's safer. Then when it comes to cabling and all, realize that when you do the things the right way, you work faster. You work faster, and there's limited damages. Now, in the place of damages, it's expensive to have the proper equipment when it comes to cables and all, because by the time you calculate all the canons and the likes, but where we are pounds foolish most of the time is when you are using naked cable, there's always current spark that is actually affecting the board of the light. So
Mm.
you realize that the light you use with naked cable 10 times, with right connection, you probably use it like 50 or 60 times before you have issues with it, because there is no spark. The spark most of the time might be minimal, so you might not know. You just realize that the board is just not coming up.
Mm.
But it's series of sparks and the lights that is actually affecting the board that is not minimal, but with time, it's just a matter of use. And that's why I realized that some people have a lot of equipment today, then in another 1 or 2 years, the equipment is not as good again, or they don't have that much. Not because they're stolen, but they are just down and they cannot be repaired. And one thing I've learned in our industry is that the more you invest in your business, the more the money will flow in. That's the honest truth. Because whether I like it or not, consciously or subconsciously, people are actually watching. And people recommend a lot, especially the era of production managers like Magami, Dr. Emma, and the likes. So people consciously or subconsciously know what individual in the complaint has. And based on that, they recommend you. So if you invest in your business, trust me, the money spent has voice. It can speak for itself. So it definitely come back. There's a law behind it. The supply will always call for its demand. So when you pop in money into your business, definitely the money will have a way of tripling. But most of the time, it's difficult because when you consider, why spend 10 naira when I can manage 2 naira? But eventually, the money you manage today, you'll pay with interest tomorrow. And let's pray that there's no fatality. Because it's a business, one way or the other, business has a spirit behind it. It will always sustain itself. Whether you spend on it or not, you will be fine. So I think safety is like the most important thing when it comes to events because it involves lives. And we're talking of hundreds, especially in Nigeria, hundreds and sometimes thousands of lives. So any accident that happens on the stage might not affect, it's not that to affect stage people alone. The pandemonium in the hall alone can lead to heart attack, can lead to several accidents. So some things are better avoided. So we learn with experience, we learn with time, and we just realize that most of the time, when we do things the right way, it doesn't cost us as much, or it doesn't even cost us what we think it actually costs us.
Okay. Thank you
That
for that.
sorry,
I
Bola, I
think, yeah.
forget that word pandemonium that you said brings me to a question I've been thinking about for Mr. Shola. What do you think about the productions that we've been seeing, whereby people bring horses and animals into a venue that has 800?
Okay. Let me add another question so that it's together. So, like, let me say, because my question to you was going to be, when do you ever say no to some things that people bring in production? For example, like when we just said now, bringing a horse to a venue. Another thing, okay, the fire eater, I mean the person dancing with lights, or for example, maybe a venue having the lady that dances on the pole, and maybe you feel that the venue is not adequate. So do you ever say no
All
to
the
some
time.
productions?
All the time. Because at the end of the day, you see, when something goes wrong, it is going to be two people mainly they're going to hold if there's two people there. The first person they hold is the event planner. Second person, if there's a production person, they will hold them because they feel that we are supposed to know what are the right things technically to do or not to do. So, if for instance, now using the example of where you have these trapeze artists, people are swinging in the air and so on and so forth, you go to certain venues, particularly those that are temporary venues, you tie the rope onto the beam. Nobody has done a weight analysis.
Hmm,
Whether when you added
hmm,
all the lights that are attached to it, possibly some other things that are attached to it, can that beam take the strength of this person
hmm,
swinging on it and doing all types of things? Somebody says, oh yeah, put it up there, it's a beam, it's a beam, it's a beam. It suddenly collapses in the middle of an event. The person
hmm,
falls down, breaks their neck, injures somebody that they fell on
hmm,
top of, or so on and so forth. They will, in the first instance, hold me. This is guaranteed because who was a technical person or who produced the show? Mahogany, Mr. Mahogany. Okay, please, Lagos State, I invite him for questioning. Second people that is following is the event planner because you are overall in charge of everything. When it comes to getting the fine, we will both be fined, But because she had a technical person there, or the event planner had a technical person there, I will receive the biggest fine or sentence or whatever it is that we get into. Okay? So for me, my life is very simple, and I kind of said it earlier. Because some clients can be very obstinate, they can be very stubborn. They can say, it's my money, it's my event. I will do what I want to do. I do what I tell you to do. I don't argue. It's not a problem. Boom, a letter on letterheaded paper is immediately being written saying this is what you want to do, this is what we have advised you. If you still wish to go ahead with it, please indemnify myself and the event planner of all liabilities whatsoever should anything occur, whether it be minor or major. And like I tell you, I've never seen anybody to date
That was
that
like,
has signed that letter. And the moment they get that letter, because it goes to email, and I copy as many people into it, so they cannot say they did not get it. I'll copy all the event planners. If it's because I do mainly corporate, I will copy all the people that have been in the previous thing. They get upset with me. Oh, why would you do that? Why would you copy to my staff? Why would you do this? I don't care. Freedom is better than prison to me. So if you want to get upset with me and you turn around and say that you never want to work with me again, it's okay. I don't mind. And I tell my staff, never be afraid of that. Another job will come. And it is better to be free than to be in prison. Seriously, because Lagos State and other states are clamping down seriously on any major issues. And they're always looking for that scapegoat. And like I tell my staff, I say, me, I know people. Oh. I know people. I will not go to jail, but one of you will go. Somebody has to go to jail. And a classic example I'm going to give you is when they did when it was one of the princesses, she did a feeding event. She fed people in Ibadan.
yeah,
Oh
yeah.
And
yeah.
they didn't do adequate crowd control. With all of her big title, with all of who she was, did she not go to jail for how many weeks before they released her? So it doesn't matter who you are. If there's lives that are in danger, people lose lives, they're going to use you as an example. So for somebody that I mean, I don't know the exact story of somebody who wants to bring a horse. I would have assessed it. I would have wanted to know who was the trainer of the horse. Was there enough space? What happens if the horse kicks out because it gets frightened by the noise? Are they in the vicinity of people nearby that they could kick somebody in the face or in the stomach or whatever? I'd
Yeah.
assess all of those. And if I felt that it was not safe and I could not totally 100% control the environment, for my event, it's not happening. And if you want to say, okay, I can't work with you, it's not a problem. I will refund your money. And yes, the event might go ahead and nothing might have happened, and they might turn around and say, see you, see you. You could have done the event. I rather it's that way if
Yeah.
something does happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because what if? What if?
Thank you.
What if?
My new motto, I like freedom. No, that yes, so
But it's true. You really said it. Because I see some events and I get really worried, especially with the fire dancers. Then sometimes when I go for events and I see how crowded it is, I'm worried. I'm scared that if anything should happen, which entrance are people going to go out with? What's going to happen? And like you
Exactly.
said, the pandemonium, it's really crazy. And I think in events, all of us, event planners, we
We
have
did
to
a
do
big
better.
event in Christmas with an oil company. I won't name them. Very big event. They do big event every single year. We looked at the amount of people coming. We spoke with the director. Do you know the director took the decision? He closed the door. When I say close the door, it wasn't one of those things that, oh, the director can come in, executive director can come in, his wife can come in. Everybody that was not in at that point was locked out. Locked out. And you know they were trying to blame the event planners. I'm saying you are trying to blame the event planners for inviting too many people. And when people are coming to he was actually one of the owners of the company. When they came to him and asked him, excuse me, sir, you're looking people, I said, listen, if anything goes wrong here, it is not you that is going to be in trouble. It is me and my company's name that
Mm.
is going to be taking the blame. And we need more and more people like that that know how to say to Nigerians, no, stop.
Yeah.
You've got too many people. And I keep saying this to event planners, you guys, you really take so many risks in every aspect, not just production, but particularly in your crowd numbers. You take so many risks. Unbelievable. I look at it and it's scary.
Social media likes, unfortunately. That's,
Thank
yeah.
you so much. I mean, you said it all. And I think, like you said, we need to do better. We need to do better in the event regarding safety. We need to do better. Okay. Maybe do you have any questions for him so that we'll let
No, no more questions here.
somebody said that event planners we don't say the truth because we would rather the whole place is beautiful than
But is
than
it not true? My biggest fights I have with event planners is over their decor.
Mm.
Over their decor. They will sacrifice lights, they will sacrifice sound so long as that decor looks good. I've seen it so many times. I was saying, listen, I need to point lights at the stage. You put your decor so far up that my lights can't hit the stage, and
Mm.
you go manage.
Mm.
So my host now comes out, or my act come out, and they're in darkness. The
hmm,
client sees the videos after the event
afterwards, yeah.
and says, I can't see anything. And they blame us. And they now come and say the lighting people didn't know their job. The production people didn't know their job.
So I think for that, they assume
Photographers are
production
always
people are
fighting.
magicians. So how you do it is not their business. Guy, you are being paid for this job. Just make it happen. So as far as you're concerned, you should know a way around it. So it's usually, unfortunately, as far as weddings especially is concerned, light is like the last people they consider when making decision. They just assume once we are done, do your thing. You are literally using a marquee. You can literally suspend from beam that are 5 meters apart. Your stage and your dance floor is probably like 2 meters or 3 meters apart, and you still need a light to light this place and light. But and you try to explain after you go back and forth, everything just it makes me. They just probably just when you in layman word you scatter everything.
Mm.
You've been paid. Just do it. Stop giving excuses. So, and most of the time, you end up not taking risk that you should not take. But from experience, I realize that it's not worth it.
You know.
You end up not hanging on the decor truss. That I've seen a situation whereby we used the decor truss. We didn't know the decor truss was being hung on a binding wire.
Ah,
But of course, it was standing and put.
Things.
did it
Fortunately
for
for us, the collapse happened when they were tearing down.
God
Wow.
save?
Everything literally went down.
God
They
save.
realized that 4 out of 3 stuff was hung with binding wire. The whole screen shattered because we had a lot of stuff on it. So they realized that what was holding it was binding wire.
So look at
Okay,
that
let's
cost
pull
to
that.
you.
Let's add our own. There's no time. They used it yesterday and it was fine. But forgetting that yesterday it was just flour that I was carrying. So
Hmm.
funny enough, it was not even new binding wire. It was old binding wire.
Even if
Everything
it was
went.
new.
The
Everything
one that
came
they've
down.
already twisted together.
They've
Even
used
even if
for
it was
several
They've
new.
years.
used it. Yeah.
So it's a popular all. So people just hang on the bandwagon because the marquee is kind of pretty tall. So it's just what is available, and because it's mostly used by decorator.
Mm.
So we just feel like okay. So it was not even built binding wire like 2 or 3 strands
Mm.
and everything. The good part was it was in the morning. So that was the saving grace.
I mean,
Mm.
Because Because that would have been terrible because everybody was under the dance floor. Come on, everybody was having a
Wow.
good time.
Hmm.
Somebody
So
just somebody
Ah,
just spoke about
yeah.
ceiling installation now. I know it has nothing to do with both of you, but honestly, I get scared about ceiling installation
Hmm.
because all those things are wires connected together, And I've had one that luckily, like you said, before the event, the wire caught fire, but luckily it was before the event.
Hmm.
Like Mr. Malgani says, we take a lot of things for granted. Because anytime I see still installation with lights, I'm just like, I hope, everything is okay. Because if everything is not okay, what happens? What are the safety measures we even do regarding that? I guess when we speak to decorators, we'll cross that line. But
Someone is asking if Mr. Shola offers trainings for event production.
Was that if we offer training?
Yes.
Yes, we do. We do it once a year. Um, the places get filled so quickly. I think the next one will be February of next year. But we do. It's a very intensive course. And the only reason why we can't do more is that we don't have
I
the
was going
time.
to say that.
There's just no time because it's about a 6 week course.
Oh,
And there's no way that we can find 6 free weeks. So
that would be
hopefully
12 weeks.
in the early part of the year, it's a bit more quieter, so we take a gamble. But many people have asked us to do it 2, 3 times a year, but unfortunately, we just don't have the time.
Even if it's a short, so you can't do, I guess so you can. I was going to say maybe a short class, but I guess you want to dive deep.
You've got if you're going to do, you've got to really teach them the thing, and then also we invite a lot of our tutors are people from across the industry, so people like Eunice from Q21, Dr. Yemi, Kumi, Ario. These are the sort of people that come in and are imparting their knowledge to everybody. So of course they themselves are also busy.
What is that? Let me just see if there's a question I missed. Uh, now, wow, planners are busy. Lara,
So if
um,
you were going to, Mr. Malvani, if you were going to tell us anything, is there anything you want us to know? Give the opportunity to let us know um, that regarding the industry, something you notice that we think we can do better.
Well, I think the industry has come a long way, particularly from when I started in Nigeria 13 years ago. Um, People don't look at me like I'm an alien anymore when I tell them to do certain things. They're more ready to accept it and not say, see this Englishman, he has come again. So I think that's good. I still do think we have a long way to go. For my technical people, I feel that they need to invest more teaching the engineers in particular, so their lighting engineers, their sound engineers, sending them on courses. I know it's a little bit difficult because unfortunately with Nigerians, it's you either have the issue of being able to get them a visa or not that. The moment you teach them, 5 minutes later, they're going to go and set up their own company. So those are issues. So it means that when I do some of my very big shows, the client insists that they're going to fly in people from the UK or from South Africa. It frustrates me that they do that because I know that with the brains, with the knowledge and everything we have, we could, if we were taught these things, know how to do it. But the truth of the matter is, particularly for my big shows, as a producer, it makes my life so much easier when I have these foreigners because I literally sit down with them at a planning meeting. I say, this is what I want to do. I need lights at a certain spot. I need it to come on at 3 seconds.
hmm.
I need it to go off at this time. I need you to hit the conductor with this particular light at that time. I need you to shimmer the lights. I need the lights to be in tune with the music. They watch rehearsals and it's done. I have my Nigerian technicians, and I'm speaking generally. I'm sure there are some that are the exceptions. I'm still struggling to find them, but I'm sure there's some that are the exceptions. They lose concentration. They're on their mobile phones. They
Yeah.
said, "Oh, I've lost my programming." They don't know which button to take. They're playing with the buttons here and there. By the time they finish playing with it, what I needed them to do has gone off.
Has gone.
I've told them that every time the band plays, you must light the band. I have to keep coming back to remind them. So those sort of things I do find extremely frustrating.
Frustrating.
Sound engineers have got a lot better. I have to be honest. There's a few companies out there that have invested quite heavily in their sound engineers.
Yeah.
Screen engineers has got easier for me because we have split that into two parts. So we have the people that bring the screens, and there's now individual solo screen engineers, and they can come in and they're very good at what they do. I have a couple that I work with, and I would never bring in a foreigner to handle my screens unless they're going to do something way out of this world that we have never done before. So those are the sort of things that worry me. Health and safety, like I mentioned before, is a major issue, and it's across the board. It's everybody. It's
Mm.
technicians, it's planners, it's clients, even production is a major issue. Sometimes we will look at things and sometimes we think, I think I can let that go. Whereas if I'm abroad and I'm working, there's no thing I can let it go because they will not allow that event to start. Even if it's something minor, minute little issue, that event is not going to go ahead until they have cleared it and passed it and you have dealt with it. So it's all those sort of things that are issue. But we have to complement ourselves. We are getting better. We mustn't rely on the government to instruct us or force us to do things. It is always better in life if you do things voluntarily than when you get the government to insist on it. Because normally when the government insists on it, they take it too far because they don't understand the industry. So they take it too far and their instructions become onerous. One of the things that I would love to do, particularly as I work a lot in Lagos, is that I'm sorry to say it and I'm going to say it publicly. Lagos State Health and Safety, or whatever they're called, are useless.
Very. I
Absolutely
second that.
100%
I second
useless.
that. Yes,
They,
they are.
they don't have a clue what they. I see them at events. They walk past the live wire. They
I'm
walk past
telling
it.
you.
Souvenirs
I'm
are
telling
They don't
you.
free.
have a,
That's what they are there for.
They
Souvenirs
don't
and
even know what they're there
they,
for.
they just
They don't
come
know
to
what
give
they're there
small
for.
shots,
yeah,
and that's
Yeah.
it. So
yeah.
absolutely useless. So that's why I say that the onus is on ourselves to take care of our own safety. Because the moment something goes wrong, I can assure you that they will be the first people to come out and say they're arresting you or inviting you for to come down for a meeting to discuss what you did. Because the truth of it is this, and I think we need to put more pressure on Lagos State safety, is this. If we have paid them to be at a meeting, at an event, and something happens, they should be held responsible, not us.
I agree totally.
Because it means they didn't do their job.
I
Because if they
agree.
knew their job and did their job, they would have either have forced us to make changes or they would have closed that event down.
They don't even go around. They just come and sit down and eat.
That's it. So those are my few little words of wisdom. But guys, it's not that bad. The industry is fantastic. It's getting better every single day, and we have some amazing companies out there that are really doing what they have to do, doing it the right way, and are changing the industry.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
I'm
Okay,
so
Let me
sorry I have to
if I
run.
might say something
No problem.
regarding what
Okay, thank you. Thank you
No,
for
Dr.
please
Salah said.
let me hear what
Emmy.
he's gonna say.
So let me speak for my people now regarding professionalism. Now it's we subcharge a lot in Nigeria. That's honest truth. Now and considering the amount a light company pays their light engineer, that money does not pay for their concentration. That's the honest truth. Coming compared to someone coming from wherever the person has been brought, that's the truth. So and planners are like devil's advocate here. They really don't value the service, the technical aspects give to them.
Mm,
So they are not ready to pay for the value of what they want. So,
mm,
for instance, people go online. and show me an event that was planned for about 6 months, executed for probably like 3 weeks, and they need us to turn it over in less than 24
3
hours.
days.
And we are still dragging price. Now, the advantage they have is labor are ridiculously cheap. And when labor is cheap, trust me, you won't get the best of the labor. Not because they don't, but the question is, why will I spend 12 hours with you when I can? You'll be surprised that the person you are explaining something to is trying to secure another job the following day.
Mm-hmm.
But someone that you flew down literally has no other thing to do. After that place, probably going back to his hotel room to take a nap or chat or do other thing. But here in Nigeria, the money is barely enough to feed him for the next 2 days.
True.
So
Very
you
true.
really cannot. You've not paid for his attention. That's the honest. That so. And when you tell them this is what this thing is worth, they feel you are being greedy. You are making too much. But the truth is, if you must get things right, I'm not asking that we even have 50% of the value paid. A 20% will go a long way in making difference. Because it's easy when we compare most of the time. We are always compared with our counterparts outside the country. But the truth is, the value of, except major events, and when you talk about these major events, they will still bring an expatriate to still come oversee. And the reason why they are paying you that much so that you don't feel bad that somebody that is controlling your gig is paid more than the whole equipment you are brought to. So it's painful. Somebody's coming with literally maybe a mixer. You are rigging the whole light and truss, and you realize that this person is paid more than your whole setup and your team put together. Then you now say, "Can you see what he did? Come on, let me see what he did. Let it reflect in the money that we are being paid." And unfortunately, we all have the same bus stop when we are buying equipment. It's China. That's the honest truth. It's not, and unfortunately, to ship into Nigeria seems to be more ridiculous than other countries. The cost of shipping and clearing in Nigeria is net breaking. You need to be well fed to actually being able to. If not, you go back to Alaba, and Alaba can obviously request for any standard of equipment for you to use. And even at that, it's still not cheap. So if you must look into that as a technical person, then we need to look into the pay also.
Good
You
point. You have
yeah,
a good
yeah,
point.
Talking
yeah,
about that,
planner, yeah, planner special will tell you, just throw it in. You have it in your warehouse.
it's
Ah,
okay.
it's
BME
not like,
our sub. You will still throw it in.
and they will tell you, but you have this thing. Now. It's not like I just buying it. But the truth is, there's no lighting goblin like he will understand. There's no serious
Like you
lighting
gave me
goblin or string
two
goblin
fireworks throwing. Two. I'm
that
coming
will not.
back to you.
Fireworks is even secondary. That one
I
is
will
cheap.
call you.
But there's no serious lighting complaint and string complaint that will not probably purchase new equipment every year. It's just not possible. If you need to stay in the competition, you need to literally buy them again because you need to phase them out. They
But
are not
it's
going.
not as if your prices, it's not as if lightning prices are cheap either. So we have,
Well, he
there's a
knows the
balance there.
prices. Then he knows. So that's the problem. Even
The
the
prices
price
are
you're
not,
calling.
they are not for the faint-hearted.
No. So
It's not as if the
as far as I'm
prices are.
concerned, the lighting prices are very cheap, and he will attest to that. But the truth is a mindset for a Nigerian
I
standard.
don't,
Yeah,
I
maybe it's
don't,
not cheap.
I don't honestly. And again, like I always say, it's my opinion. I don't think the pricing for lighting is affordable, that everybody can afford it cross board. I don't think so. And so I guess that's why you have, different types of lighting. I don't think everybody can afford it cross board, because the bills you guys give us, they are not even get the generator itself. That's why I don't think really all events should have lights. Like you said, I would rather spend. I think shows and things like that need the light more than wedding, because when it comes to the cost, which you are now telling us that it's affordable. It's not. I don't think light is affordable cross board, but
And
everybody
for the
wants
people
it.
that want it should pay for what they want.
And so light might not be affordable, but every event needs light. But can every event pay for lights? They are two different things. So they don't need lights
Exactly.
because they can't afford it. It's different from why should we put lights?
Mm.
But every good event needs light, except you are doing an outdoor event. Fine, put it like outdoor during the day.
Some people use lights outdoors, even outdoors. You have to know.
Where I don't see sense using outdoor light, except your event is running into the evening because it makes no difference. Except your event will be running into the evening, it won't have any effect whatsoever
Okay.
until the sun sets.
My next question is there
Can
any
I?
other
I'm
special
so sorry,
effect?
guys. I really do have
Yes.
to go.
No problem.
I do
Thank you so much.
apologize.
Thank you so
Thank you.
Thank
much.
you
Thank
so
you,
Take
much.
sir.
care.
Thank you
All
so much.
right.
Bye.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
sir. Bye.
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 My next question is: are there any other type of special effects apart from confetti, bubbles, and what's that one? Smoke or
Fireworks, fire.
yeah? And there, cause honestly, because it's almost as if every event is the same because that's all we see. And there are other effects that we can have now.
The other effect, but even we cannot afford it yet.
Like which one? Like what?
So there's this fountain design that gives you an illusion of water in your
Okay.
event, but the cost of it is not affordable.
Well, I'm sure
And
with
many a
time we'll
times,
get
it's
there.
usually installed permanently in halls.
Okay. Okay.
So there are a lot of them like that, but most of the time, it's suitable for permanent installation. They're not
Oh, I
mobile
see.
per se.
Okay. And it's not something like maybe a hall you can fix in the hall. Then when you are using it, they give you the money. Do you get what I mean?
You know the way our hall are designed for events. Planner will
Okay.
use a side for stage day. Another one will say, "Now I want to use this
Yeah,
side.
that's true.
My
That's
dance
true.
floor should be halfway. My dance floor should be
That's
so."
true. That's
You
true.
really
That's
cannot.
true.
So
Okay. Because it just gets, I think it just gets boring when, especially weddings, you can predict what you're going to see, which is a smoke
But it's
machine with
not just
fire.
light now. Even the flow of wedding is still the same. I literally legit can sleep in my bed and be telling you what's next in wedding.
Yeah.
I know, like literally, I'll tell you what
Even
MC will do
wedding
every moment in
comes
wedding.
like that.
In
Only
fact, it's so
very
funny with MC that you literally will be speaking their words for them as they're talking.
yes,
You're
yes.
following after them.
It's
So
like
more
they
like all of
don't
them has gone to a
see
school
anymore.
and they've crammed
It's the
the
same
reading. So
jokes, the same
same joke,
yes,
the
every
same
tire.
Ikorodu person from Ikorodu Park and
Yes,
Tomila
they
Oh,
are
will be
yeah,
becoming
yeah,
like
yeah.
gone.
mini
Yeah,
Lagos.
yes, yeah.
So
Ikorodu, yes. Oh my, yeah, you're very right.
so you so the only thing the only aspect I know is really changing is the decor part. Like decor is really evolving. Like there's a lot of changes. Especially when you have the money, give it to decorator.
Even decor is
Even
beginning.
decor is
Is
still the
the
same
same.
type.
You
I
will
It's
don't
still
it's
I,
be
I,
wondering.
but
I don't
there
think
are
so.
beautiful
Yeah,
there are
With
beautiful
money,
decorations though.
we
Beautiful
budget,
decorations.
man. We
But it's
budget.
the same type.
No, I don't think so, man. We budget, good budget. As I said, all these things still boils down to
even with
money.
good, even with good budgets, even
We
with good budget,
budget and good
they are
decorator, man.
similar.
Maybe because I know
No,
good
they're beautiful
decorators.
though. Oh,
It's
very beautiful
so even
decor,
event is agreeing. It's the
but
same.
it's the
It's
same.
beautiful, but it's the same. Colors different, but it's still the same
I,
type.
Yeah,
I
budget
don't
and
I don't totally agree. Why you are saying it's the same is because you repeat the same all.
no, no, it's the same. It's the
Okay.
same. It's the same. It's the same.
It's
But as
like
long as you
it's
have
like a
beautiful events,
Lebanese look.
I think the clients are fine.
Like a Lebanese type of look. But it's beautiful. It's
Hmm.
really beautiful, but it's the same.
Administrators are trying. Yeah.
Decors are changing. Oh, that's the honest truth. Decors are changing. I've done
No,
some
we're not
events in the
doubting.
last two
Decor is
months.
beautiful. Beautiful decor.
There's so more like the way I would classify it, there's general decoration and there are premium decoration. When
Premium
when
in
people
money,
premium.
not creativity. Premium in money, yes.
My question is, you don't run a car without oil now. Money is
Yes.
the oil of the car now. The
Yes.
engine will
That's what
crack,
we're saying.
so you
Yes.
need to oil the car. Sometimes
No,
it's
but
like somebody
creativity
paying
is
you
no,
million.
but
More beautiful.
creativity is money. There are lots of creative people in Nigeria,
Yeah.
and that's
Creativity is
just the truth.
money. There's some
Oh,
certain amount they will give you that even your brain will decide not to shut down for 3 nights. and you are just thinking. But when the money is barely to pay the staff, what am I thinking? Let me just go and eat and have fun. I know what I want to do. I already have them in my backyard. But when you see the real money, trust me, I've done some in the last 2 months, and I was like, wow. In fact, no, you have to open your mouth like, wow, wow, wow.
Wow, you're
So,
saying
and when
wow
they
to
pay,
money. It's money you're saying
yeah,
wow to.
money, money answer all thing, man. That's the honest truth.
Ibiyemi, God
Yes,
forgive
the
you.
baby is the premium now. But
Yes, now
honestly
It is,
it's
speaking,
luxury. It's
premium now,
premium.
luxury or
but
nothing.
it's written in my
How much
only
is
book.
money?
It's
Yes,
written in
now.
my only book like that.
Eh,
Yes, ma.
it is
Money
well.
answer it all thing.
It is well. It
It will
is.
call it forth from where it is.
Amen.
And there's
Amen.
some designs that if I come up with for parties and the likes, when there's enough money, yeah, it's like the switch in your brain is kind of open to a good extent, to be honest. So creativity can be done. It's just that the fact that we want to use Camry money to buy a Lamborghini, they can produce it, but we all know that is like buying, is like changing the case of a phone to iPhone. It might look like iPhone, but we know it's not iPhone.
Well, Ibiyemi, thank you, luxury guy. Thank you for coming today.
Have you luxury light guy?
Yes, so
No, but we are relatively affordable now, very very affordable.
Luxury or nothing?
yes, Ibiyemi
We
is a
are for to be honest, we are very very affordable to be honest, and
yes.
the spectrum is wide.
But thank you. I know you
Thank
have
you
well
so much.
Thank
to
you for
So
having
if you
me.
were to, yeah, turn me over to you. Your question for BME.
what's my question for Ibiyemi? My question um to reclaim our craft. Dash 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 dash. Mm, That's our question to you.
Okay, to reclaim our craft,
Yeah.
I think we need a lot of education. Like it has been said already, we need to go for several training. Then we need to invest in ourselves too. Where that's part of education too. We need to educate ourselves. We need
Yeah.
to be honest, we can't keep doing the same thing and expect different results. Sometimes you just need to go out and see where they do these things better.
Yeah.
Among the list of country that does wedding, for instance, I think you can only mention a few countries that does it better than us. So those
Yeah.
countries, we need to go there,
Yeah.
and we hope that restrictions won't be a problem for majority of people working there, because traveling in itself is a form of education. When you go,
Yeah.
you see
Definitely.
beautiful things. There's a way it sticks to your brain. You might not even remember in another 1 year, but like, I saw something like this, I can recreate it. It's exposure. So I feel that will go a long way. I think that will go a long way to actually help us. That's honest truth. So money is good, but many a times when you have the right form of education, with the little you have, you can produce a lot. Because we started from somewhere, we build on it. That's the honest truth. A lot of people will still have the money and still not develop something beautiful. So it starts somewhere. So, and maybe I can also say maybe the timing for turnover of events also it could help in the industry. So planners also can also speak for us and be considerate when taking some decisions too. But most important thing, education is important, safety is important. Education is important, safety is important. Um, what other thing? I was going to say something again. Then we need to come together to watch each other's back. That's the honest truth. We need the companion. We need the synergy from every aspect, because a tree will never make a forest. To make
Yeah.
beautiful events, to encourage our client to keep coming, they need to keep seeing things new. For instance, if I'm a client and all I see is in the last 1 year we've seen the same thing, why am I motivated to spend so much when I know they'll just replicate the same thing for me? So for the market to boom, to be honest, we need different concepts. And I'll still go back to the planners. The planner most of the time claim or are supposed to be the principal of the event. So most of these concepts, most of the time, should come from the planner because it looks like it is individual vendor that should come with concepts. As the project lead of every event, I feel the planner should have their team that does this research. Then look for vendors that can execute it based on experience that they have. So planners still have a lot of work to do when it comes to research because it is what you tell me to do that I would do. I can advise on little change because if I change everything about light, I won't change everything about decorator. So my advice will still be subject around that. So if the planners too can do some research, I think it will go a long way to what's it called to help other vendors. Because if a planner comes with a particular concept now, trust me, most motivation starts with planners. When our planners are highly spirited and they're ready to spend, when they come with their plans and concepts, by force I will be compelled to plug in because as a vendor, I also want to be the first among those doing things new. So I think planners too will probably need to do more. Planners are also when it comes to coordination, but when it comes to ideas, I feel they can also work on other teams. And most of the time, even vendors we have problem with change when it comes to planner because planners when at times they are resistant to change. There are some planners when you work with them, you know this is what they want. If you try change it, you have a problem. So just give them exactly what they want. So it's, most of the time, creativity is not all about us. It's just understanding the peculiarity of the people you're working with. So if they're also flexible to change, I think we also would also change.
Okay. Thank you very much. I think one more question I have for you. When it comes to lights and special effects, which country do you think are these people were still big? Which country would you say? Would you say India or
If that take it twice, Lebanon. Lebanon,
Lebanon?
yes.
No, I thought
Especially
you were
for
going to.
wedding.
I thought you were going to say India, though. But
India,
India.
their lights are not good.
oh, their lights. Okay, is the okay?
They spend a lot, but their light is just this normal color red. It's just for you. Lebanese to spend a lot in their.
And their lights.
They spend thousands of dollars on lights because most
Okay,
of the
that's
time they
why
will
you
look
are
from
saying.
stars.
I heard. That's why you are saying our lights are cheap compared to Lebanon.
Well,
But
we don't do the
Lebanese weddings
same.
are not small.
Yeah, yeah. So India really don't do light, especially for lights. Maybe for food and drinks and activity because they spend like a whole week. But for what's it
Like
called? For
for life,
lights, it's the Lebanese. Then there are some coded American weddings too. Then some
but
also
not so
around
much,
that region.
Abi.
Not so much because most of the time Americans too they like outdoor events.
How about Australia, though?
I really don't know much about Australia, but the little I know about them is not close to
The
Lebanese.
Lebanon. Okay.
So when you talk about Lebanese, talk about the Turkish too. All of
Okay.
them in that their region, they celebrate parties a lot and they do good
Now
lighting.
Nigeria
Qatar
for
is
Africa.
spending. Well, South Africa also are good with lighting. Just that South Africa does better corporate stuff than us. But for
Oh, I
wedding,
see.
so South Africans are very good. They are rich when it comes to like they are way better ahead. They have better professionals for
Okay.
corporate. For wedding,
Okay.
no, not too sure.
Nigeria.
For Nigeria, yeah, we are trying considering our population. So we are trying.
Oh, but I think on a serious note, I think Nigerian decor honestly is beautiful. Plus lights, oh, plus even decorations. I have to give it to us. I think we're doing an amazing job. I think you guys doing lights are doing an amazing job. I think the decorators
I
too.
think the only
And
country
the
that will
planners
beat
are
us
doing the
based on what
decoration.
we earned, I think it will just be Lebanese. If you give Nigerian vendors something close to that, trust me, they will transform your venue for you. And they have the ample time to do it. Because the people which tend to be copying spend days executing their projects. And that's why most of the time when they go for master classes, replicating it in Nigeria is difficult. Where do you get a venue space for 1 week to set up? So all those crafts and all those health safety and all, checking and all, we really do all this one that we talk about. We can do it for corporate, but we really can't do all those safety stuff for wedding because for an event you start setting up for 12 o'clock and it's happening 8 o'clock. Before you're done checking the safety, the event has started.
All right.
So there are a lot of constraints.
Okay.
But truth be told, people are more safety conscious now, and we are getting better. We are evolving well.
I will get them.
Yeah, we are
Thank you
getting there.
so much for having
Thank
us. I
you.
think for being part of
Thank you
our
very
journey.
much. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
the invitation.
Me, thank
And
you.
thanks to everybody that joined us too. Thank
Thank
you.
Okay, take care.
Thank you. Bye.
you.